Okay, so y'all, I want to talk to y'all real quick about how the more that I learn about like Black history and Black African American history, as well as just like the Black revolutionaries who paved the way for so many Black Americans in this country and for Black immigrants, like when I think about Brother Malcolm X, like it kind of gets me emotional sometimes because he was such a beautiful man, but when I was a child growing up in the American school system, they never taught me about this beautiful Black man who loved and protected Black women, who stood for the Black community, who loved all Black people in America and globally. And one of the things I really love about Brother Malcolm is how, you know, he had stood up for Black women and Black children who were being essayed by his mentor. Like, imagine publicly calling out your mentor for essay, and your mentor like pushes you out of the Muslim community, and you kind of get like ostracized because you stood up for the right thing. I really just love how Brother Malcolm listened to his wife Betty, who told him like, hey, you need to stand up for these girls, you need to stand up for these women who are being violated by your mentor. Like, and he stood up to his own mentor Elijah Muhammad. Like, can you imagine standing up to somebody you have admired and respected because they're being harmful to your own people? This is who Brother Malcolm was, and I feel like more people need to like learn about him. A lot of us Black people need to learn about this beautiful Black man who did a lot for the Black community and who loved us. He loved the Black community, and the more that I learn about him, I'm just like, it kind of like really makes me sad, because even like to this day, he's not publicly celebrated. We don't have a national Malcolm X holiday. And I hope that we get to a space where he will be celebrated more the way Dr. King is celebrated. We needed both him and Dr. King. They all played a vital role in the movement. But I just hope that he'll be more celebrated. Like, he's definitely celebrated in Harlem and Brooklyn, but I pray that he'll be more celebrated on a national level in America, because Brother Malcolm was such a beautiful soul, a beautiful man, and he taught Black people how to fight back and stand up to the oppressors, and he believed in us and loved us, and his spirit still like moves right now. Like, it's still moving. Like, I feel him through me. I feel him speaking through me. And sometimes it's so hard for me to even like read his book, The Autobiography of Malcolm X, because whenever I open those pages, I start to cry, because he was treated so badly and he went through so much like suffering, but yet he had such a beautiful soul, like a beautiful heart. And I love how he protected Black women and children and stood up for us and publicly protected us. And even though it meant him being ostracized from the Muslim community, he still stood up for Black people and Black women and Black children and protected us. So thank you so much, Brother Malcolm X. I love you, and I'm continuously learning from you. Thank you for your spirit. Thank you for your legacy and what you've done for us. Because of you, I am now Pan-African, because you are Pan-African too. So y'all, please like learn about Brother Malcolm. He was a good man. He was not this wicked man that the white media tried to portray him as. That's not who he was. He was so beautiful and kind and loving. So shout out to Brother Malcolm X. Also, please check out this article about where Malcolm X stood up for Black women and Black girls at a time where most wouldn't. I read this article in 2022, and y'all, like, it made me boohoo cry, because the way this writer humanized Brother Malcolm and what he believed in is so powerful. So please check out this article, and it will change the way you look at Brother Malcolm. And if you have the time, check out his book, The Autobiography of Malcolm X. I have a hard time reading it just because I'm such an empath, and I feel his energy and just everything that he went through. Really, he went through a lot. Maybe someday I'll be able to read the full book in its entirety, but I don't know. But yeah, please check out more about Brother Malcolm. He was such a beautiful man,
and I'm honored to know that his spirit is moving through so many of us Black people at such a time as this.